Hiya folks, in today's video we're going to be fitting some of this and also some of this to two different cars. First of all, let's have a look at Jimmy's new car. He's just turned up with this. Let's have a look. Jimmy's new car. Hey?
Frank's asleep.
Oh, he's in the car? Oh right, baby Frank's in the car. What is this car, Jimmy, you just bought?
A-Class.
A-Class what?
Merc.
Yeah, what is it though?
What is it?
Well, engine, what is it?
1.5.
Diesel?
Diesel, yeah.
Very nice looking tool. There you go. He's still got the Signum, but say Charlotte will be driving this about, Jimmy's other half. Very nice looking tool. And probably the best car on the drive. Just slightly better than my Mondeo.
Slightly.
Yeah? Right, well I've got them things to put on now. You've done them grills for me, haven't you? Jimmy's just painted them grills for me now, folks. Just say, well, he did, eh? Well, he's got to get up, hasn't he? That means you've got to do a bit of fathering then, doesn't it? Yeah? Anyway, so as you remember, these rear lights on this Mondeo, these are the facelift lights on this one. I didn't change them over, they was always changed over when I got the car. But they look quite nice, I thought. So a lot of people did point out that with the facelift versions, they haven't got the little reflectors in there. And as a result of that, you should have the facelift reflectors in the rear bumper, which have got the reflectors on them. And my model obviously never had them on. And apparently it's an MOT fail, even though this has been through an MOT countless times and it's not failed. But anyway, so we found these at the breaker's yard. And as I say, Jimmy's actually painted them up now. Look as good as new. They're quite hard to get hold of these actually, to be honest with you. So I paid £5 for two of them down the breaker's yard, so I got a good deal there. And you do remember that I was going to refurbish Sharon's lights. They were in a bit of a state there, these headlights. The lacquer's obviously all tarnished and that. And I was lucky enough to find these online. And these come in very, very cheaply. So rather than polish them up, I thought it was prudent to get these ones, so we bought these for Sharon as well, and that's what we're going to be fitting today. So I think we'll get the headlights fitted first. For that, I'm going to need to lift the bonnet up. I think I've got to drop the bumper down as well. And anyway, let's have a look at that. Let's open the bonnet up. That's another job I've got to do on this, folks. The bonnet pulls well. The handle's broke. I think it's quite a common thing on these, and it's only a matter of time before that snaps and I can't get in there. I bought a new cable, so I should really do it, find the time to do it. So let's get that up in here. Right, let's see what we got here. So, it looks like we've got two fixings there, and I do gather there's one more fixing behind there, just inside here somewhere. So, what I might have to do is to pop these two pins out of the front of the bumper there. And what you should have normally is some bolts along here under the wheel arch, but these brackets in our one is actually broken. So, as you can see, they just pull off. I've got to buy two more of these brackets here, folks. I think they rivet on. Take them two rivets out, and it's a plastic bracket, and that provides the fixing for the screws, which is missing on this one. So that's something I've got to do. So anyway, that one's down, as you can see, and this one's exactly the same on here. So this is another one I've got to do. Again, there we go. That pulls out there, and again the plastic fixings are broken in there. So in fact, I think the one on this one, I think the tab's actually bent over on the actual bumper itself, so I'll have to probably make up another fixing to hold that one on, but that can be done at another time. That's not going to happen today. Right, okay, so let's get these little plugs out of there. They just lift up and then you can pull them out there, look. There we go. Just two of them, and hopefully now the bumper should pull forward. I don't think this has got the under tray part fixed, so let me just pull that forward, folks. There we go. I think that's probably going to be enough there, to be honest with you. Right, so let's come down and have a look under here. I gather there is another fixing down here somewhere. That looks like it there, folks. I'm not too sure whether the new ones have got that on, to be honest with you. Might have broken off. So we got one fixing there, we got one there, and we got one there, and they look like 8mm. Let's have a look, see if they are 8mm. Yep. Right, so let's undo this bottom fixing here first. Again, they're only screwing into plastic clips. These are those sort of thickly threaded screws, as you can see there. That's them ones done. And coming up here, same again. They shouldn't be rusted in these, folks, because they're, I think they're screwing into plastic. Yeah, it's them thick screws again. One there, and one there. That's them three. That's all you got there, folks. So let's just try and lever that out of there. There we go. Let's pull these plugs out of there now. Now, bearing in mind, we haven't got no plug holders in the new lamps. So, there's one there. I think they half a turn out of there, that one, yep. There we go. Another one out there. We've got another little one over there. Little side light by the looks of it. There we go. We've got another one there. Those there. Got to try and remember where these go, folks. I think we can look at the other one and go by the colours, to be honest with you, so I'm not too worried about that now then. So this one here, there we go. That's it. Right, that's all of them out, folks. Don't touch them bulbs because they're halogen bulbs as well, folks. You get your fingerprints on them, they'll burn out in no time. Right, okay, so that's that one out. Right, so again, I just want to have a look around these and see if there is a broken fixing. I think there might be on the bottom of these new ones, which doesn't appear here. Yeah, if you can see there, this is the old one. It's got this little bracket down there which fixes under the bumper, and this one here has actually been removed. Looks like it's been cut off there. So whether or not I can make something there, possibly. But looking at this, everything else is exactly the same there, apart from this. It's been removed and it's got to be put back into this fitting there, so I can do that. So by the looks of it, they just turn out and then pull out. Oh, I see, that's the adjuster thing. That's the adjusting, something to do with the adjusting headlights, dipping the headlights by the looks of it. I don't know how that comes out, so let's have a little look in there. Oh, it slides out, okay. There's a little slot in there, I think it just pulls out. Oh, it's a little ball and socket, folks. Yeah, there we go. Little ball and socket there. Look, there you go. See that? So that sits in a slot in there. So if we move that one to the back, bring this one forward, that should push into a slot in there, folks. And I need to really be able to lift that up, which is easier said than done, I think. There we go. Maybe I can get in there with it. Oh, there you go. Look, can you see that little slot in there, folks? If you lift it up inside with your finger, you can get that little ball and socket, rather than push it in the middle, slide it down the side, and it just goes in that little groove. And once you've done that, you just click it into place. There we go, that's done. Happy days. So apart from here, I might have to think about making something with that. So bear with me for a minute, folks. I'll get back to you in a minute. I'm just going to try and sort something out here. Okay, folks, so we're in the workshop now. What I thought I'd try and do is to utilise these old lugs on the bottom there. That's what we're actually looking at there. And I'm thinking if I can cut that off straight there and cut that little nip off at the back there, I'll be able to plastic weld that complete fitting onto the new light fitting. So that's the idea. So let's get a junior hacksaw out and try and cut these off. Just utilise this. Let's cut straight through there. There we go. Right, so hopefully we'll be able to put them back onto the new light fitting. So I'm looking at basically fixing that back onto there. I think that bottom one wants straightening up a little bit, so we'll just bend that straight. And I can also strengthen this afterwards, folks, so I'm not too worried about it being strong enough at the moment if it doesn't take all that well. So that's what we're looking at there. Right, let's try and get this little back bit on first. I'll just hold that there for a minute. Come down the back there and all. Let's try and get this in there. I don't know if you can see that, folks. So we'll put a groove down there first. Down the middle. And then we'll backfill it either side. Alright, we'll let that go hard for a minute, folks, and I'll come back to you. Right, folks, there we go. That's cooled off a bit now. May not look the prettiest, but as you can see, it's on there nice and strong. So I'm happy with that. Look, there we go. Happy days. So just switch that off for the minute. Let's get this outside and go and fit this back to the motor. Right, back out the front now, folks, and I just want to undo this one for the minute because I want to see the connections for the cables just to make sure I get the right ones going to the right areas. So we just undo this one first as well. I'll probably have to do that repair on this one as well, I think. But again, that only takes 5 minutes, so I'm not too worried about that. Screws up there, just undo that. Right, okay. That should enable me now to pull this light forward and see the same colours going to the same lights. There we go. Okay, so I can see straight away that the brown and yellow cables go to our fitting. Hold on, where are they? That one obviously goes in there. Would have to turn them up the right way, wouldn't it, folks? I know for a fact that that little one goes in there. That stays in there, that's fine. The headlight cable goes to that headlight there. That turns in there like that, that's fine. That one will go into there, brown and yellow. Which it does. Like that. In actual fact, it's pretty straightforward. You've got that one that goes into there. That's it, that goes in like that. And that leaves one more here. Yeah, I need the bulb holder out of the other light for the bottom one, folks, so bear with me, just go back and get that. Right, got the old light fitting back again, folks. Yeah, this little one here, look, that just needs to come out half a twist. That little bulb there needs replacing back into the old light fitting. Or should I say the new light fitting. Where's the hole for it? Down there. Off a turn in. And then that last connector can go onto there like that. There we go. That's it. Right, okay, they're all in. Everything back together there, folks, as you can see. So we should be able to ease that back into place now. Under there like that. And one thing I will get in first is this one down here. We should be getting that one in that hole there, which wasn't there before. There we go, let's get that in there. And get these two in the top there. I'll put these in, folks, and then once I've tightened them down, I'll test this light first of all, before we go any further. Again, there's quite a bit of slack in these bolts, so you've got the adjusters that sit below, but you have obviously got a bit of movement with these as well. Right, okay. Why, they look so much better, don't they? And as you can see, I haven't nipped that bottom one up yet. Let's just tighten that bottom one up. There we go. And as you can see, solid. Right, let's test them lights out. What's that, baby?
Look at the difference.
Look at the difference, yeah, I know, you can see, look at that, folks, look. From that, we've gone from that to that. Right, first of all, do your indicator on this side, baby. Yeah, indicator. Side lights. Right, we haven't got that little side light on down there. Go on then, dip beam. Main beam. Go on, that's it. Off again. All the way off, right, okay. So we've got a little side light bulb which is going to need changing there, folks, so I will take that out again and do that right now. Right, folks, here we go. I've actually just been down to our local petrol station, believe it or not. That's by Bainland Park, if any of you are interested, that one. And they do spare parts for cars. They've got loads of racks of light bulbs and stuff, and you don't get that in petrol stations nowadays. Many years ago, back in the 70s and 80s, you used to be able to go to a petrol station and pick up things like bulbs and spark plugs and stuff like that. So, yeah, nice to go and support a small local business. All your big companies now, they just seem to be too bothered about, you know what, food and drink and cost of coffee and Starbucks and all that lot. So, anyway, let's just bend these little tabs out a little bit on these. they can sit a bit flat, so just bend them forward and then stick them in the holder. That's it. And put that back in the hole and give it a little turn. Now what I should do really is test this now before I fix them in, which is probably what I should have done in the first place, but I didn't have Sharon available. So let's just put that like that for the moment. And let's see if we now get that little bulb come on. Let's just put the ignition on for a minute. There you go, that little side light should be on now. Is it on? Yes it is, there we go folks. Happy days, I can fix that back now. So as I said, what I also did as well was buy a new one for the other side. I thought it was only prudent, there was £1.80 each. So I thought I might as well do that, because no my luck, that one would have blown as well. So let's get these in place. Bit of a nuisance, so it seems to be a bad idea when designing cars nowadays. They don't seem to think about maintenance factor, you know. I mean, to have to drop the bumper to get to this, and I mean, if you didn't take the bumper down, you probably could have got to it if you would have taken the wheel liner out, but that means taking your front wheel off and everything. It's like there's no consideration anymore for sort of maintenance factor, because you probably, they want you to take it to a dealer's and get them to do it, you know, and pay for an hourly rate. So yeah, and I think it's even worse now with modern cars, folks. There's no maintenance factor about it at all now. And so many of the fixings, these are like screws doing these bolts up here. So many of them now have like a security type screw. Or you need special fixings to even get an electrical connector apart, stuff like that. So, you know, the art and the enjoyment of working on cars is definitely being bred out of us now. So there you go, right, that's that one back in. So I'm going to do the other one now. I ain't got to show you that back on camera. And then we'll put the bumper back on, and then we'll have a look how nice this looks now compared to what it was before. Right, let's get these bulbs back in and connectors. Straightforward enough. Right, okay. Happy days, let's get that back in. There we go. That's it. Let's get me new bottom fixing in, which I've just welded up with plastic weld. There we go. Get that in there. I won't tighten that fully up yet, folks, until I've got the top two in first. There we go, on there. And one in there. So I just want to just give them a little wiggle so they sort of sit naturally. There we go, like that. I suppose you could adjust these up afterwards when I get the bumper back on, but this bottom one you've got to do up because you can't get to it otherwise, you know. So that's it, there we go. Right, okay folks, that's that. Actually better than what I thought, folks, because them end bits, what I told you about, I managed to get the old clips out of the edge there. Look, I thought it was broken off, but it was actually the bolts were broken off, and I couldn't get the new screws in because that was a rusted clip. And lucky enough, I've got some more of them, so I've actually replaced them ones on that side. That side I've also done as well. So that's the bumper secured now. I'm going to have to fix up from underneath. I don't think the fixings underneath are actually done, but there you go. That's the new lights now in. Make sure it all shuts down and looks all right. Yeah, how about that? Let's just try them out. Start the car up first. Everything on? Yeah, everything. You see them now? Absolutely superb, folks. Yeah, everything's working as it should be. Put the main beam on, have a look. There we go. Just put that on. All the bulbs on now, yep, there. And there as well, fantastic. Happy days. And there we go, that's what we started off with, folks. Now I could have polished these up, as we've seen loads of other people do, but for the my nail page for them, 20 quid, it weren't worth the hassle. Look at that, about an hour and a half's worth of work there probably to bring them back, and even so, they just look completely better. Hey, baby. How's that, baby?
Shows up the paintwork now.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I did repair the bumper, as we know, and also I fixed the ends on the bumpers as well.
Oh, lovely.
So that's when we go over a bump sometimes.
Hey? Oh, you've not done the trim?
No, give me a chance, yeah?
No, because how are you doing it?
Well, I am. I've just done the headlights first of all.
She's a good boy.
Look how much better they look. Look. Fantastic, aren't
They
they?
look different, actually.
Yeah, well, it's because they're new. That's why they look new.
Despite these bits, it looks more evil.
Evil?
Yeah, where's the other old ones?
Down there, look.
That is different, isn't it?
No, it's all the same, baby. They're Vauxhall headlights down there on the floor, and there are Vauxhall headlights that have gone back in it. So,
Just
happy
shows,
days.
doesn't it, the difference?
Yeah, so that's that now. So you're happy now. I've got to do my little bit of trim on the back now, which is then, babe, can you model that for me, please?
Stay to me.
Can you model it with a... That's Butler's Empire channel, baby.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You're promoting both channels.
And you've got a thumbs up and subscribe to both.
And also, someone's been sending us thanks, baby. Super thanks.
Oh, super thanks. Yeah, thanks. That's like our second one ever. Super thanks.
Yeah, just underneath the video, folks, if you're on a desktop.
Ellis the DJ. Thank you.
Ellis the DJ, that's right, yeah.
Thank you.
He sent us a little cup of coffee because he enjoys the videos and stuff like that.
That's a big cup of coffee, love.
Well, a mug of coffee.
Coffee pot.
Yeah. Thanks very much for that, Ellis,
Thank
by
you,
the way.
Ellis,
And
yeah.
anyone else who gives us a super thanks as well. It's most appreciated. It does cost money to produce these videos, as you can imagine, especially the amount we're banging out now on Butler's Empire channel. You know, and it does it, every little helps. So was that Astra? Every little helps. Oh, sexy baby. Right, well, I've got to carry on, shall I? Just got to finish these off, put these on my car.
These are new, aren't they?
No, that's what Jimmy painted that for me.
Well, they look new, don't they?
Well, that's the idea of restoring something, baby. They come from the breaker's yard.
Are you going to restore them?
Absolutely. No, I'm not going to bother with them.
I'd like to have a go at that.
Well, you could never go at that, Shab, but I've cut the lugs off of them. Because these ones come without lugs on the bottoms.
But that could be a good tip for someone.
I've already showed it in this video, baby.
Oh, is it? Oh.
And there's enough videos of people polishing them on the...
Because I was going to do that
on
if
YouTube.
these didn't come, so...
Anyway, little peek to things to come, folks. A lot of you love this whole thing. So do I, actually. The old trotter's van underneath there.
Oh, it comes with tools. It's a proper trotter's van. Look at all the stuff.
Look at the junk in there, Sha. It's got to need cleaning out before we start work on it. Yeah, I want to get back on this soon, folks. Mind that top stuff on the top there, Sha, coming off. Okay. Right, onto the second car, baby. This is a multi-car video. And I've got to get going because it looks like it's going to rain.
That knocks my washings out. I won't. Oh, the sun's come out as he said that.
Of course it does.
See? If he said that
We're
earlier,
being
we'd get
shined
the sun
down on,
out all
baby.
day.
Right, come on in. Let's get on with
Just
something.
kiss.
Off you go. Right, let's carry on, folks. The next car is the Mondeo ST220 back reflectors. Right, okay, folks, let's get these ones in if I can without too much hassle. So, we've got to drill some holes in these. We've got to take these clips off first. Is that the right one? Is that right? Or is that right? Oh, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. So the holes go up here. Okay, so if I put that in like that, well, that goes in the top first, I think, and then you just clip the bottom in. Am I going to get my hand up there? That's the next thing, isn't it? So I can mark them holes now. They go like that, and then I can put my little holes in there. Like that, that's one. I haven't clipped that fully in yet, folks. There we go, like that. And that one up here. Again, I might have to drop this bumper again because I've got to get them clips from the back. There we go, that's better. There we go, nice. So just re-drill them. That's one, two, and the last one. There we go. Like that, folks. So they go in there like that. And a lot of people said, oh, you can glue them in or put them in with double-sided tape. Yeah, I probably could do. But I think I'm going to put them on the back with clips. Whether I can get to them or not is another thing. So let's try and stick my hand up the back there. Take my watch off first. Right, there's one. Hold on. Oh, I've got one on, folks. And the other two, unfortunately, are behind the bumper bar. So I'm going to have to drop the bumper. Just this part of the bumper, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I ain't got to undo the bottom screws. So yeah, but there we go, that's what they look like, look. Which I think you'll agree is a lot better. I know the car's dirty at the moment, but I'll just do the other side, do exactly the same. Right, there we go, folks. That's them fitted now. I'm glad that's out of the way now because it did bother quite a few people. It didn't really bother me, but someone did say, and they pointed out quite validly, if this was parked in a dark road and someone come up the road and there was no reflectors on it and they hit the car, my insurance company would probably wriggle out of it. So I'm glad I've got it done now. And it didn't cost a lot at all, as I say, £5 for them to at a breaker's yard. So that's that job done. And that's the two new headlights in the Vauxhall Astra Mk4. Anyway, thanks very much, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my other playlists as well on my channel. You've got cars, lawnmowers, other repairs, motorcycle repairs and stuff like that. If you want to have a binge watch of one of them playlists, just by all means check it out. And thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next video. And until then, bye for now.